Time now for an intermittent segment we call the Friend Zone. We invite one of our actual friends from Fox onto the show. When he's not serving as Fox's chief national correspondent, Ed Henry writes and reads books. He's already written one about Jackie Robinson, and he's here tonight exclusively to reveal the theme of his next book.
Tucker,
Ed Henry.
I've been waiting. I'm so excited about this. I've been waiting to do this. Hang on, actually. Okay, actually, we have a Fox News alert. I'm going to hold off on the book because we have some breaking news. It is Tucker's birthday, and this was an elaborate hoax. I'm not writing a new book, but I'm bringing in a couple of our good friends to help celebrate.
Well, I was not aware of this at all. Thank you. I'm glad we're live. Laura, what are you doing here?
They wanted to tell stories about you. It's kind of a roast.
Well, this is so nice.
I don't have any.
We gotta your cake is covered in wax because this thing has been lit for.
Of course, if I had known this was going to happen, thank you, Louie. Well, that's amazing.
It's a big
and
one.
You actually have the right number on there. Oh, Emily.
Blow it out
Okay.
before. Oh my gosh, look at all. Just think.
I'm trying to take this in good humor. I can't believe you did this. Is this actually on TV?
50 is good for a fine Bordeaux. You're just getting into your prime now.
Tucker, I can say that at the age of 50, you've got everything you need for your career going forward because you have all of your hair and, as far as I can tell, most of your teeth.
And it's mostly real.
And half of your wits.
It's mostly real. And actually, my wits are in great decline. I'm not as fast as I used to be. By the way, I had literally no idea this was happening. And I said to our beloved Emily Lynn, whatever you do, I don't want you to acknowledge my birthday in any way. Which is actually tomorrow because it's so depressing. And I would spend all day brooding about mortality until I talked to Britt, who said, oh, 50's not a big deal. Wait till you get to be 75. And I was like, you're right. I am whining.
Can I talk about the impact you've had all around the world?
Yeah, all around the world. Yes, you may.
So I was in Scottsdale yesterday for this Fox Nation Summit. We had a great time. But over 1,000 of our viewers came out, and they were waiting out in the heat. So I went out there with John Finley, one of our bosses, and we were handing out water. We were taking pictures, shaking hands, and Eric Wemple of the Washington Post was there. And he wanted to do a story on it. And you've made him famous with this mug. I don't know if we can. And this is the best part. People in the crowd, let me hold it up. They recognized Eric Wemple.
From the mug?
From the mug. They were like, you're that guy on Tucker's mug.
That's all he's accomplished in 50 years?
That's what a Tucker
Is that
And
your
here's the
best
thing, is they
game?
were like, you look better in person. And so to
Well, have you
Eric's
seen
credit,
the
he wrote a
picture on the
story about
mug?
it. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
It was not his best moment. I'm glad we commemorated it. I don't know, making Eric Wemple famous, maybe that's not much of a legacy, I'm starting to think. Actually, you made me feel a little sad.
I'm sorry, maybe I made it worse.
Older.
You still have time, Tucker. That's just one
Tucker,
small.
I've known you for 20-something years.
Yes, many years.
Doing events with you, all the kind of, and Tucker is literally one of the people who never ages. He looks the same. You never age, so you don't have to worry. The rep tie, I mean, you've had that since what?
Yes, many
prep
years.
school?
Well, I used to have rep bow ties, but I gave those up.
And we got you a birthday cake flavored vape, vaping pen. So
I've totally given that up.
Oh shucks. Well,
For my
take it back.
50th birthday,
We'll
I
take
got
it
off
back.
the Nicorette.
Okay.
I know. And that's why
Did you really?
I really did.
You had to quit it.
After 36 years, I got off it.
How long ago did you do that?
I did it 1 month and 3 days ago.
And how long? And you still every now? Is there a chaw in your cheek
Nope,
every now
not
and
a
then?
chaw. I gave
No
up
tobacco
all
of any
No
kind?
tobacco of any kind.
How long has this been going on?
Well, for 36 years.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, it's
abstinence.
It's gone on. Abstinence has gone on for 1 month and 3 days.
How do you feel?
I feel honestly like the contents of my head have been emptied. Yes, I feel.
So you don't feel noticeably.
I feel like
better
an
or
untethered balloon, actually, floating above, looking down.
Do you
on
remember the
myself.
time not too many months and years ago when you were at CNN, and there was the embarrassment about the phone number? And you came over to the bureau to try to get
You're
us
the
to.
only person who remembers that. This was
remember
in
that.
2001 or 2. I was hosting a show at CNN, and as a joke, I gave out the Fox News bureau number on the air.
Right.
Yes, on the air. And Fox News, which always hits harder back, gave out my home phone number on its air. Yes. And so I stormed over to the Fox News bureau. By the way, I've worked at Fox News for 10 years today, which is amazing.
Congratulations.
Many years ago, and 17, and I storm over there, and I ran into James Rose, and I said, I want to get in there and tell him what I think. And I saw Britt, who I lived across the street from in Georgetown as a kid and really respected. And Britt Hume comes out and says, Tucker, I don't think you can win this one. Maybe you should just give it a rest. And then I walked back to the CNN bureau with my tail between my legs.
Well, you said at the time that you were afraid of Roger Ailes,
I was afraid of Roger Ailes, yes.
who ended up hiring you,
Yes,
right?
who I wound up loving.
Yeah.
He's really a great and wise man.
Tucker is one of the, well, we have a lot of great people at Fox who support what women are trying to do and advancement of young careers. But Tucker is actually one of the people, Britt, you're another. Okay, Ed, you're fine.
Okay, I'm all right.
But Tucker and I, and we do the primetime thing, and so we hit hard, and we're also targets. There are few people I'd rather be in a foxhole with taking the shots than Tucker Carlson, because we're just like, it's like incoming, it's like bing, 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 and we deal with it every day. And it's just that you've been a great help to me and a great inspiration, and I want to thank you.
Well, thank you.
Even though we don't hang out. It's like we don't hang out. Tucker in the hallway is like, Laura Ingraham, and then he just walks by. I'm like, hey, that's Tucker. That's Laura Ingraham, Raymond Arroyo. He just yells your name, and you know.
He always acts like he's delighted that he recognized you.
Right. It's like, whoa.
And then he lets out that laugh.
Right, well, I'm deep in space. That's
Right,
it.
but-
No, but we spend a lot of time texting.
We
I
do.
would
We
say.
talk. We talk a lot offline, and you've been a great help, and it's such a great addition to this network.
Well,
across
thank
the
you.
board.
Would you? I just have to ask in closing, Britt Hume. Would you have any advice for a man entering this stage of life? And I'm asking you this question cold. So if you have no good advice, it's okay.
All I can say is longevity is tough in this business.
Yes.
Hair and teeth are important, right? Right. So go to the dentist, right?
Brush and comb.
Brush and comb, right?
Yep.
Go to the dentist, right? Keep your health. Don't get fat.
Yeah,
right?
that's a tough one.
And it is a tough one.
It is a tough
one. And go to the gym.
Yep.
Do all those
Off
things.
nicotine,
All
getting
those-
birthday cakes.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
There you go. There you go. And keep on doing what you're doing.
Climb back on the Stairmaster tomorrow. How long do you have? I'm not going to ask you any age-related questions.
Thank you.
Be more. How long do you have to go till 50?
2 more after this July.
So would you offer any advice? A man on the lower end of it, looking up.
I like the teeth idea. I didn't think about that, because think about the hair, but the teeth. I think Britt's absolutely right. And don't eat that cake.
Tucker,
Whatever you
don't
do.
become one of those old people who just talks about their ailments. Because if you sit around a table and you start getting into that conversation, I have a goiter.
No, I would literally never do
Keep the
that.
organ recital.
Yeah, we don't need
But
to
you're
hear
the
about like,
original happy warrior, and I think that came across.
Well, I am a happy
Always been a
person,
happy
and
warrior.
by the way, if I had a goiter, I would never mention it.
we were going to be
I would pretend it wasn't even
We
there.
were going to be smug and pomposity tonight with our T-shirt, but we didn't have time to print them up. So bummed.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
To the next 50 seconds.
All right, we're out of time. That was weird and great. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m., the show that is the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and especially groupthink, which is an oversupply in Washington, as it is probably everywhere. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. Good night from Washington. We have a special surprise on tap for the 9 p.m. hour, and for the whole duration, by the way. All 60 minutes
Wait a minute.
tonight.
I'm like
Fox
the
News is
cherry on
bringing you
top.
Sean Hannity, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, how come I wasn't invited to the party? I feel
You're the wrong
neglected.
city.
You'd eat the whole cake.
You should. All you had to say, Hannity, Swamp, Tucker show. I'm there.
Exactly.
I'd be there. All right. Happy birthday, Tucker.
Thanks,
and,
Sean.
enjoy the cake, and we'll celebrate next time you're up in this swamp.
I'll be there.
Wish everybody the best from me. All right. Welcome to Hannity. We start tonight